The discussion today covered the need for a change in the rhetoric and the language around tax from one which is very responsive, very reactive to public outcry to one which is front foot and displays business leadership and culture change.
The debate, has been characterised by sound bites, politics and so forth, and really we are dealing with complex issues and so forth. So we're all a little bit nervous, but I think business does have a responsibility and obligation to defend itself and to present its case. And I think the sort of environment that we've got here today and that is planned to take forward between KPMG and COVI, gives us that forum to have a sensible Chatham House discussion, and hopefully we can draw some sort of conclusions that we can all sign up to and help take the debate forward.
Many enlightened companies now are beginning to rethink how they think about the way in which they operate and the decision rules they use and their purpose. So increasingly they're sort of thinking about the purpose of the corporation is to maximise value for a wider range of stakeholders. One of those stakeholders is the public of countries which they operate in. And then part of the role of that, then clearly the relationship is the public provides them a space in which to operate, infrastructure, etc. And in return, the company then provides tax. So having a grown-up discussion about what that relationship is, I think, is partially the purpose of tax advisors, but also tax professionals.
I think one of the most interesting things which came out of the discussion that we had was the question really of who is responsible for taking these decisions. And I think that it is absolutely the responsibility of the directors. It's part of the fiduciary responsibilities they have to decide what is appropriate from a tax perspective.
It's long been held that, the fiduciary duty minimise costs, maximise profits, and tax is just a part of that. And I think that's not actually what the Companies Act says. It is a bit, as we talked about in the discussion, a bit of an urban myth. That's not the case. Fiduciary duty is looking across everything, the role of the company, what directors are expected to be accountable for, what the impact will be down the line, because not just what the impact is on the bottom line tomorrow.
I think one of the things that we really need to work more on is getting business out of that box where they're thinking about tax as a specific business problem and purely about maximising profits, and really thinking about tax as a common good, which I think is linked to this consultation.
So responsible tax advice, I think, involves moving tax from simply being a kind of a technical issue where you come up with a perfect algorithm towards tax being something which is a strategic issue, which you look for the longer term.
We're a long tail business, we're looking down the track. Advice that we get's got to cover all the bases, and we need to think about what that advice will mean to us in 10, 20, 30 years' time as well.